Take them off. Hello everybody, I'm Modern Mother Goose. I am glad to see you again. If you were with me before, you remember that we talked, the first time was about a mouse and mice, and the second time was about turtles, and now guess what we're going to talk about today? Frogs. And the first book I have to read to you is a nonfiction book. That means it's real, and even this has real pictures in it. So the title is Tadpole and Frog, and the authors are Christine Bach and Barry Watts. And you can see there's a picture of a frog on the front. And I'm gonna take these off so I can see. Here is some frog spawn. And this book tells how the eggs turn into frogs. So if you can see, there's little black dots on this kind of jelly. Here is a male frog and female frog. The female frog is laying her eggs. And of course the eggs sink into the bottom of the pond. Each egg is inside a ball of jelly. You can see it here and over here. There's lots of them. Look how many of them there are. The eggs change into tiny tadpoles. And you can see the very beginning of a tadpole right there from the black dots. This happens after 7 days. The tadpoles come out of these jelly balls. And right here, you can see one, I don't know if you can see that or not, one coming out of the jelly balls. And over here, you can see lots of them. Oh my gosh, there's tons of them. The tadpoles can breathe underwater. They have gills first. And here you see the tadpole in the water. Then the tadpole grows back legs. And you can see here he's starting to grow his legs. And these are real. These are real pictures. Now the tadpole cannot breathe underwater anymore. It stops using its gills. And so now look at it. It's got the back legs and it's still half tadpole. The tadpole eats small animals. He likes insects and other tiny bugs and little fish if they're small. You can see the picture here of that. Now the tadpole has turned into a frog, and it lives on land, but of course it has to be near the water. It likes to be at least near where there is some water so we can swim. The tiny frog grows up, and of course then when he grows up, he's going to lay, or she is going to lay eggs, and the cycle will start all over again. So that's the story of the tadpole. Now I have a couple stories here. This is called Frogs and Friends. This is it tells a story, but it also has some interesting things here. It says, it's spring, called the shimmering, glimmering sun. Attention all creatures, your winter sleep's done. So wiggling and squiggling, the frogs all awake. They leaped from the pond and they started to croak. And here we're starting to see their croaks. We've got quite a lot of spring rain, the frogs croaked. But frogs, just like ducks, always like getting soaked. They quack while they swim, and we croak while we float. And all of us sing on the same noisy note. And if you are listening carefully, you notice that there is rhyming in this book. Nice day, croaked the frogs to the turtles nearby. The turtles all nodded their heads in reply. We sleep in the sun till the summer day's done. Amazingly lazy, it's great turtle fun. And we talked about turtles last time, right? So we're now with the frogs. The frogs' favorite game is about to begin. It's champion leapfrog. Which leaper will win? Some soar and then hop, some flip and then flop. They land in a heap with the winner on top. All right, there's lots of pictures of different frogs here besides these two. A chilly wind whistles. Yes, autumn is here. The birds travel south for the end of the year. The butterflies flitter, then flutter, then fly. Waxing web feet, all the frogs croak. Goodbye. The frogs can't stop yawning and feeling like sleeping. They're croaking more softly and doing less leaping. In cozy mud beds, they will snuggle and dream till spring wakes them up with the sun's first bright beam. That's the story of Frogs and Friends. It's kind of a cute little book. You can learn a little something from it. And then I have it's half fiction, half real book called Do Princesses Really Kiss Frogs? You might hear a little rhyming in this also. Daddy, what do princesses wear on a hike? As long as it's sensible, they wear what they like. And if you can see the pictures, she's got on some strange outfits. How does she carry her water and snack? She carries her things in her favorite backpack. Whoa, but it's looking a little heavy. And she's dragging a few things with her. Oh, what does she see when she looks in the creek? Hold my hand and you can take a peek. And you can see even her doggy is on a rock in the creek. Daddy, do princesses really kiss frogs? Well, they'd much rather kiss their very own dogs. And there she is, kissing her little doggy. Do princesses stop to smell the flowers? They've been known to do that for hours. she's smelling flowers, and her dad is kind of snoozing under the tree. What if a bee lands on the end of her nose? The bee must have thought that her nose was a rose. Whoa. Hopefully she doesn't get stung. Will she meet a dragon when she comes round the bend? Oh, that would be fun for us all to pretend. And if you look at the shadows from the rocks, you can see it sort of looks like a little dragon there on that rock. Do princesses keep all the rocks that they find? Maybe we'll ask if the ranger would mind. Oh, she's got a whole bag full of rocks. And here's the forest ranger, and he's, or she's kind of thinking, well, maybe you got too many rocks there. Do princesses like to climb on the boulders? Whoops, there she goes, tumbling down. I think you'd see better from the top of my shoulders. She's on her daddy's shoulders now, and look, the dog got up in the tree, and he's looking at a bird in a nest. What if a princess gets hungry and tired? She looks pretty exhausted here. Then I'd say a treat and a rest are required. And apparently her daddy brought some sandwiches and a bottle of water. Do princesses dangle their toes in the river? There she is. If they don't mind getting a bit of a shiver, because it's probably very cold. Will princesses get to see rabbits and deer? You never know what they might see and hear. And if you look closely at the picture behind the trees, ooh, there's a lot of animals, deer, ooh, different animals, kind of peeking at them. Teddy, is that a real cowboy hiking this way? As real as this princess with me today. And here comes a little boy. He's got his cowboy outfit on with his mom. Oh, Daddy, look at the view. There's something about it that reminds me of you. And that's the story of Do Princesses Really Kiss Frogs? Now, if you go to the library, you can find lots of books about frogs. I just brought a few. This is a red-eyed tree frog. This is The Mystery of Darwin's Frogs. This is The Case of the Vanishing Golden Frogs, because some of these rare frogs are becoming extinct. And if you would get really into frogs, you might be able to make a frog puppet. You will need a green sock, and you will need some green felt, a small paper plate, cut it, and you cut it, or have your parents cut it in half. And so you make his body, and then this is the paper plate, and you can have somebody help you glue the felt on, and I put some felt for his mouth and some pom-poms for his eyes. So you can make your own frog. I hope you enjoyed the stories about frogs.